Right, I think it started now. I'm with my friend Christian. We've been putting the worlds to right, haven't we, Christian?
Yes, we have.
And I was just, right, because obviously you haven't got that long because you need to go, but I basically suddenly brought up the Balfour document, which happened in the 20s, and it's really strange because we weren't a country then, although it talked about the federation. Anyway, I'm going to look into that properly in a minute with everybody, but it talks about us being a federation, but it's talking about Palestine. It's really weird that us and Palestine are in the same document, but yeah, and go on, what were you going to say? Because that's why I've nabbed you.
Well, I was going to say there was this thing about in the 1800s, in the late part of the 1800s, where through all these wars that they kept saying that 6 million Jews were getting killed, and then later on in the Crimea, 6 million Jews, and then at the war of the First World War, just before the First World War, the rising of communism, 6 more million Jews. And then again, when you get the declaration of the Balfour Declaration about them being organized as a country in Israel, or re-established as a country, and then the Balfour Declaration goes through in 2018 or 2017, 1979-18, they declare that Palestine to be established.
And it also said to not change anything, not to cause this, not to cause that. And now we don't really have a Palestine.
Yeah, no, Palestine's more or less diminished. But then came World War II, and we had the same thing again with 6 million Jews. Now, I'm not saying that nobody died, or I'm not questioning the numbers, but it's the fact that it kept reoccurring to establish the Balfour Declaration.
I suppose that falls back with the Bible, doesn't it? It's all got to link in with the Bible.
Yeah, and to me it's just so uncanny. It's like what they're doing with COVID today, pushing it into the mainframe, and now we're into the second year, and it's just a very same thing, but it's like history repeating itself. It's like, are we going to be...
Yeah, what you find out is that these things that are happening today, don't mention the name anymore, these things happening today were happening, you can now find it in our history, 100 years ago, same thing.
Exactly. You know, it's just history repeating itself. But who's in charge of all?
All we were told was in the 1920s that it was a recession, but now it seems to be a carbon copy of what we've been through. But you don't find any mention of, you know, having vaccinations or all that kind of stuff. But suddenly there come all the pictures with the masks, all the whole thing. It's like it's repeating itself.
Looping. I call it the looping. You know,
I just think that's the Mandela effect. I don't think it was there. I think that when you look up history, you know, even like I said when I talked to you about Doggerland, they talk about Doggerland, but never did I find the video that I found yesterday, which turns it into Atlantis. You know, suddenly one video comes, it's Atlantis, but it wasn't linked like that before.
No, that's why the Atlantic is called the Atlantic, I suppose.
Well, I was talking about the star fort next to us in Belgium, but the one, why is the sea called Atlantis and we've got Atlantic? So I'm actually, I don't know, maybe it's under the other, that's just, because, you know, everybody, I forgot when I was doing my map that I showed Mont St Michael and a couple of other places which could look very like Doggerland, but then I forgot to say that Amsterdam is a star fort.
Yeah, a large part of it.
So that's another one. So they could be part of something bigger that's in the Atlantic.
Which is not visible anymore.
No, but wherever it was, supposedly England's on a big sort of shelf. Sort of, you go past the Scilly Isles and then the shelf drops off and the sea becomes very deep.
Yeah.
But then what did that mean? We would have been in mountains then.
I think that's what it appears to be when you get the scope of things.
It's a bit hard to work it all out, but yeah, I was just wondering whether Atlantis was out in the Atlantic. Originally, that's what I thought, and now they put it next to England, which makes sense because England's in the middle of everything, so it could be that place, but it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? But anyway, back to this other bit. So, yeah, I don't know, it's Rothschilds again.
The control system of the world, going back probably hundreds of years ago, when you look at the flag system, that England's been at the master of all the other flags, you know, have been involved in everything. And Holland, when you look at the Dutch and the English, Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Alaska, it's more or less all the same. The control centre of the world.
Yeah, we are. It probably looks totally different, really, but we're only seeing a bit of it, so it won't make sense. Just like the 67 books they left out of the Bible. It's the same thing. We only get a bit of it. We never get all of it.
Yeah, a piece of the puzzle.
And then, you know, with that place yesterday, it's like, oh, it's just another piece of puzzle to add to the puzzle. The puzzle's just got a bit bigger. It didn't solve anything because you can only go so far. We couldn't find anybody else substantiating that work.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's all absolutely bananas, isn't it, Christian?
Yeah,
anyway,
gotta go.
Yeah, thanks very much for helping me.
Thank you there, Christian. Anyway, now I'm going to look up a bit more. And, oh my goodness. Anyway, let's carry on. Because obviously I hadn't looked into it when I made that little conversation there with Christian. Then I did.
Next level. Next level.
And then I started looking at this map very differently and realising that the crosses, the triangles, the white lines, they all mean about rule. Well, I put the Star of Israel over the top. Yep, that fits into that map, but there is the white line through the middle. which is not covered by the star, but yeah, it still fits on there. And then I put the flag of Palestine over the top and realised that those triangles mean power. Who's running? What's going on? And I just think that obviously nearly every time you see a triangle, we must have had our hand in there somewhere. Even if it's not today, it would have been in the past. But there you go. English rule. So there's a few more maps with that triangle, and there's Palestine. Jordan has the same map, but just with a little mark in the whatever it was. I'm sorry, it's gone past now. But there's another one. The white lines down the middle mean things. Triangles mean things. I mean, look at that one there. That was the English flag in different colours. Well, there you go. You can see a lot more. Some of them have triangles down, you know, line down the middle, which is still part of that Union Jack. Now, you know, St. Kitts, they have one, but obviously parts. There's more with triangles on. There you go. There's one there, Georgia. Look at that. That's the cross but with extra bits on. Yeah. Cross obviously means something. There's lots with crosses on them, lots with triangles on them, or like even Jamaica looks like our flag in different colours. Or with the triangle, because it's all about rule. Vatican Holy City, look, they've got their own map. Oh, dearie me. These are flags of the world. Anyway, I went and looked it up about the Commonwealth. Yeah, Antigua, part of the Commonwealth. Got the triangle. Got triangles. Part of the Commonwealth. Went and looked up Mozambique, part of the Commonwealth. I'm not sure if all of them are part of the Commonwealth, but most of them are, or have got, we've had this link, we've ruled them, whatever it is. That one says it's friends with Britain and the Commonwealth. Whatever that means. And then I went to look at some of the other, just the maps of the Commonwealth. Bahamas, you know, it lines across, crosses, triangles. All part of, just part of it. I suppose, look at that, India's got the white line down the middle. So is that place there. Must all just link in. Mozambique, oh, we didn't see that one. There you go, 2 triangles. Another one. 2 triangles and a line down the middle, so it's part of that flag still. Triangle. It's got a triangle. And more. And down the middle, triangles. South Africa, triangle a bit like Palestine. Still just means, with the line down the middle, all to do with English rule. 2 triangles. Two triangles with part of the map again with line down the middle. That one's actually got the United Kingdom flag on it. Look at that one. See? Crazy or what? I just realised when I was looking at the maps. It's never even entered my head. There you go, triangles, lines, crosses, all to do with the rules. There you go, that's like the United Kingdom, just in different colours. See? And that one, I think we've done that one. Anyway, there you go, thanks very much for watching. A bit more I found out just before we finished the video. Thanks a lot.